Okay, good evening. Let's try this again. So, welcome to the stream, everyone. I can see Katri, Shiny Sky, Jilly as well. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Jilly, you're currently shiny hunting for a Dratini. Very best of luck for that. I really, really hope you get that shiny dragon. I think Dratini is my favourite. Shiny. Katri, you got beat Zygarde. Does that mean you've got to beat Zygarde? Because if so, best of luck. I think it's the most difficult one. I failed that one many, many times. Just keep going, level up your Pokemon as much as possible. Go with a big fairy type, I would say, and you'll be fine. And in that last form, when it does the move when it jumps up in the sky, just make sure you're rolling a lot. Oh, you beat it! Oh, good. Well done, Katri. Well done. I really struggled with that fight. Well done. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. And Jilly, so the Dratini that you're going for will be for your shiny only playthrough. Who have you got on your team so far? Because I saw a few team members mentioned in the Discord, but I just wanted to know what the current team was looking like. I mean, if you can get a Dratini, poof, that will make for an amazing team, I would say. And oh, Jilly, you're also planning on hunting for an Absol to get a shiny Mega Absol. That would be awesome as well. And Amelia, welcome to stream as well. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. So, yep, today it's almost 5:15. I'll be streaming for about an hour and 45 minutes, so up until 7 PM. Maybe we get the shiny Palkia. You never know. And if not, then well, I hope other people find the shinies that they're looking for today. Jilly, you have Taylor the Beedrill, Sabrina the Magikarp, and Ariana the Litleo. Yes. That is the makings of a good team. And I can't wait to find out what the Dratini's name will be. So I forgot to mention we've got Mifa upstairs with us. She's just sleeping in the bottom corner. Daruk is downstairs with my wife. And both the dogs are doing okay. They're doing okay. But they're both very, very tired. And Jilly, the earliest you can hunt Dratini is when you get the Emma quest storyline. Yes, that makes sense, because you can't really explore everything until that happens. And then the only method you'll be able to do is the bridge. Yeah, I know the one you mean. But fingers crossed. I mean, however long it takes to get the Dratini, I do think it'll be worth it. I really think it'll be worth it. It's my favourite. I don't know. It's either Dratini or Mareep. Those are definitely my favourites. And Jilly, it may end up being the longest hunt. It could be. It could be. But hopefully you get it soon. Hopefully you get it soon. And I don't blame you for wanting the shiny Dragonite. It's yeah, it's worth it. I think they did a good job on shiny Dragonite's mega colour scheme. I think shiny Mega Dragonite looks great. And it's also just a great Pokemon, you know? Extreme speed is overpowered, I would say. Amelia, your guess is that we get it on encounter 1500. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. And where is the shiny pink dragon? It could be anywhere. It could be the next encounter. It could always be the next encounter. And Jilly, you've got the perfect name for both a male and a female. There you go. It's just a matter of time. You've just got to wait for that Dratini to appear. It shouldn't take long. Amelia, you became champion in your sword playthrough as an ice type gym leader. What type should you do next? I mean, I guess that depends. It depends on which typing you would have the most fun with. Like I say, I think out of the typings, grass has always been my favourite, but everyone has different play styles, so I would say whatever you prefer. And Jilly, you're surprised I got the theme so quickly. Yeah. I think you did. I think for the first two of members of your team, you chose the most famous that you could have, in my opinion. So I think if those names had come a little bit later, then it may have been more tricky. Oh, it's not good. The game just crashed. Imagine if that happened when we found the shiny. I would cry. And Amelia, you haven't done a grass, bug, psychic, ground, or normal playthrough. I would say whichever typing you think you'll have most fun with. You know? There's no wrong option there. Whichever one you go for will be the right one. Oh, and Jilly, you may end up bench resetting for a shiny Eevee. You want a shiny Sylveon? Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. You can't beat a shiny Eevee. And Shiny Sky, you had the same issue with the crashes. Seems like it's a common thing then. It has happened a handful of times during this whole run. So yeah, it's not the first time I've seen it crash. But it doesn't happen a lot. And I'm never quite sure what causes it. When it does crash, it tends to be at the very start, you know, when it's just being loaded up, that's when it tends to crash. Which, yeah, I'm not sure why that is. And Jilly, you need a fairy type, and a Sylveon is the only one you can think of. Well, you've got Clefable with its new Mega Evolution. But you get Clefairy or Cleffa quite late on. Although you can get them on the rooftops, right? But they're probably quite rare on the rooftops. But yeah, other than Clefairy, what other fairy types do you get? Floette and Flababy. There's not a huge amount. Not a huge amount of choice with fairy. I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting. And Amelia, your game has crashed in ZA twice. Ah, that's not good. But I guess it does happen. Hopefully it didn't happen at a important moment, and hopefully you didn't lose any data. And Jill, you may end up going for a Ralts. Yeah, that's a psychic fairy, isn't it? As they spawn in the same spot. Yeah, Ralts don't spawn very frequently, do they? But yeah, imagine if you just got a bonus Ralts while you were going for the Absol. That would be pretty nice. And Amelia, luckily, you didn't lose any information when it crashed. You were just in the map when it happened. That's good to know. That is good to know. Huh. Okay. That's the second time. Huh. Not good. Not good. I'm trying to think the last time it happened when it happened twice in one stream. I can't remember. That's unusual. I mean, it's not unusual for it to crash. You know, that's like I say, it has happened before. I haven't seen it crash twice in such a short space of time. Okay, now I'm getting worried. Now I'm getting really worried. Okay. Now I'm getting really worried. Really worried. If it crashes again, then I'm going to take the game cartridge out and just blow on it, like I did in the early 90s for the NES and the Super NES games. Okay, good. Phew. Okay, that was. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried. Okay, well, it wasn't shiny. So we'll try the next one. I think is it because I'm clicking too fast at the on the menu? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, 3 crashes in about 10 minutes and 2 in a row, like crash after crash. That's not good. It's not good at all. Very strange. Definitely very strange. And Amelia, it didn't happen. No, it didn't happen, sadly. Sadly. But it could always be the next one. Oh, and Shiny Sky, you got a Shiny Dialga. Oh, well done. Let me have a look. Bear with me, bear with me. I want to have a look at this. How long did that take? Oh, I can't see anything. Wait, is it in general chat? Shiny Sky, I can't see it. I can't see the shiny Dialga. Unless my Discord hasn't updated. Let me just connect to my Wi-Fi and see it. Maybe it's an internet problem on my phone. Where was that? That is not shiny. That is not shiny. But either way, Shiny Sky, well done. Shiny Dialga is amazing. And Jilly, yeah, that's the only picture I can see. The shiny Milotic. Oh, Shiny Sky, it's in the wrong Discord. Good. Thought I was going crazy. I was looking and I couldn't see it. But I mean, either way, well done on getting a shiny Dialga. That gives me hope, you know. You've got yourself a shiny Dialga. I've got my McDonald's Palkia here with its flappy wings. I've got my pre-order bonus Palkia here. We've got Mifa down there. All kinds of good luck, good omens, I would say. So, oh, has it been posted now? Ah, I can see it now. Yes. Another level 1 shiny. Wow. These are from, is it Soul Silver? Shiny Sky. It's so cool. I really like that. And Amelia, it's your friend's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to your friend. I hope you helped make their day amazing. I'm sure you did. But yeah, Dialga is a really nice shiny. And Jilly, you're also hunting a pink dragon noodle as well. There you go. I really hope you can get that Dratini. I think that will be... I might be wrong, but I think if you can get yourself a shiny Dratini, that will be your MVP for this run. That's what I think. I think shiny Dratini, shiny Mega Dragonite, I think that is going to put in work for your team. I guess the only downside to getting Dragonite is that you get the Dragonite Mega Stone a little later than you'd want, in my opinion. I wish that on a subsequent playthrough, I don't even know how they would record subsequent playthroughs, or I just wish there was an option for the Mega Pokemon to be randomized. Because it just, if you get a shiny, say, a shiny Staryu or a shiny Dratini right at the start of the game, you kind of realise you're not going to be able to Mega Evolve it until very, very late on. Whereas, if those rogue Mega Pokemon were a little bit random and it was just like, oh, who knows which Pokemon are going to go random on this playthrough, it would add... I think it would just add a little to the game. And Amelia, thank you for the shiny look. Thank you. I definitely need it. Although we are very much under odds at the moment. If we were to get the Palkia today, we would be incredibly lucky. And Jilly, imagine having to fight Dragonite instead of the Absol. I think it'd be fun. You know, it wouldn't be a level 90 Dragonite or anything. It'd be, you know, scaled down to your level. It would be more challenging than the Absol, but I think it'd be fun, honestly. Any bit of randomness, I would like. And it just, yeah, once you've played through the game and you know the order of the Megas, then when you do another playthrough, you know, like when, you know, as I've been watching my wife play through her playthrough, she found a Dratini really, really early on in her playthrough, and it was a little bit sad just knowing that, you know, you're gonna have to be patient to Mega Evolve that one. Whereas if it was, I don't know when we're gonna get this Mega Stone. It could be, you know, could be soon, could be late game, who knows. That kind of uncertainty I would prefer. Amelia, there's a new update on the Switch too. I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw that. And Amelia, when you put the cards in, it is that. I guess I wasn't sure if I'd just not noticed this before, but yeah, so yeah, just above the Shining Pearl, it has a picture of a black Switch game card, and when I was playing on Legend ZA earlier, it had a red card icon when it was actually in, indicating that it's a red card. You know, it's the Switch 2 version that we've got, and this is, if it's black, then it means it's the Switch 1 version, and if it's greyed out, then nothing's plugged in. I didn't know if that was there already. It's certainly, I've only just noticed it in the past day or so. I'm just hoping this update has got nothing to do with those random crashes that I had a few minutes ago. Doesn't look shiny. So we will keep going. And Jilly, you feel bad for your starter? It's just sitting in a box. I mean, such is the fate of 99% of the Pokemon that we catch. It is a sad existence when you think too much about it, which is why I try not to think about it. Or I just imagine the box being like the coolest, like I imagine the box system to be like the Matrix, but for Pokemon. So, you know, the Pokemon don't know that they're in the box. The Pokemon just are living out their best life, but they're plugged into the box Matrix. That's what I like to think of it as. Because, yeah, if I don't like to think of them in some kind of purgatory. And Amelia, you're playing Pokemon Shield now as a bug type gym leader. So you're just using bug types. Very cool. Doing a bug type mono playthrough. That sounds really cool. I hope you have fun with it. I am certain you will save Galar. I am certain of it. Ay, ay, ay. What is that about? I'm really confused. It never used to crash this much. Like I said, I'm not saying it never used to crash, but not like this. I'm wondering if it is something to do with the new update, you know. I mean, there certainly is not enough. I'm not trying to say it definitely is, or even that it probably is. I'm just obviously there isn't enough data to draw a definitive conclusion, but I am starting to worry about this update. I am starting to worry about it. It could be Nintendo and Game Freak's way of discouraging soft resetting. Game Freak only wants you to shiny hunt in a very particular way, and they don't like soft resetting. Maybe it's that. And Jilly, you haven't had any issues as a result of the update. That's true. But I mean, I will say the issues I'm having are all after resetting it over and over and over and over again. So it might be I'm not sure. Shiny Sky, it hasn't happened to you as in many times in a row. Good. It sounds like it's just a me thing then. If no one else has experienced anything like this, then it does suggest that I'm the anomaly. And Shiny Sky, you guess it's the Switch 2 because the console is emulating the game. Interesting. So it's having to do maybe more work than the Switch 1, which just runs the game rather than any requirement to emulate it. I really have no idea. Oh, and I missed your message there, Amelia. Apologies. You were asking how the Pugs are. They're both well. They're both well. Mifa is still... they're having to be kept separate. And this is... it's probably the most difficult time for Mifa and Daruk. They're both very stressed at the moment, but this is probably as stressed as they get during this period of time. And it's particularly bad for Daruk. Daruk gets really, really stressed during this. He's not really been eating just because he only wants to spend time around Mifa. When he can't be around Mifa, he's really unhappy. When Mifa's anywhere near, then he only wants to be around her. Even if he hasn't eaten all day, he keeps skipping meals. He's only interested in Mifa. This level of him, missing her, it only lasts for a couple of days, and I think we're right in the middle of it. So I'm hoping in a couple of days' time things should start to calm down. Fingers crossed. But they're both very, very tired. Like I say, Daruk is downstairs with my wife. He's got his bowl of food. So I'm really hoping that he's actually eating, because he has barely eaten anything all day. Yeah, definitely poor Daruk. I mean, Mifa's just tired, but it's really stressful on Daruk. Oh, and I missed that. Sorry, Jilly. You just realised that you could technically soft reset Dratini. You just needed to see how long it takes to respawn. But that running is the best way. Yeah, I would imagine running's the best way. In terms of how many encounters you're going to get per minute, I would imagine that running away and then running back within the spawn distance would be the quickest method, I would imagine. So, no Palkia just yet. It could always be the next one. That does not look shiny. And Shiny Sky, you wonder how there can even be shiny legendary Pokemon. Maybe there are different ones in other parts of the galaxy. Yeah, I mean, when you start to think of like the plot implications and the lore implications of the Pokemon, it is a little difficult to reconcile there being more than one legendary Pokemon. For at least some of them, anyway. But that's another thing I try not to think about. So 1,525 encounters. No shiny just yet. But we are massively under odds. Once again, if it takes another 3,500 encounters, I'm okay with that. I would take that right now. Definitely, I would take that. The worry is that it could also take another 13,000 encounters. You never know. That is not shiny. Yeah, apologies that you can't see me for everyone. She is down there. She's just very hidden. Yeah, I can't move the camera to show where she is. She's just at the bottom of the camera. I don't know why she's decided that the floor is the most comfortable bit, the wooden floor, rather than the nice, comfortable beds. Jilly, have I seen the new Mario movie trailer that was out today? No, I haven't. I think I did see... I saw that it was going to get revealed today, but I haven't seen it, no. And, I mean, since it's a trailer, I mean... if people want to talk about it, I'm okay about that. I personally don't need protecting from spoilers for something like that. Like, I will watch the Mario movie, but I will probably I probably won't watch it when it comes out. I'll probably watch it when it... Oh my gosh. Another crash. I'll probably watch the Mario movie a few months after release, when it gets released, you know, on something like Disney Plus or something like that. Probably not Disney Plus, but the equivalent. I generally prefer to watch movies at home rather than going to the cinema, which means because I'm already accepting that I'm not going to be able to watch it on release, I'm not bothered about spoilers at all. Like, you know, whatever happens, I'm probably going to get exposed to it by the time I get around to watching it, is what I'm trying to say. Jilly, you recommend that I watch the trailer? I probably will watch the trailer, yes, yeah. But again, I don't mind if people want to talk about it. It's entirely up to other people. I really don't mind. Like I said, I liked the last Mario movie, but I wasn't crazy about it. It was just nice. I think I would describe the movie as nice. So I mean, I'm not massively excited about it. I'm probably more excited about the Zelda one that's, you know, probably a couple of years at least away. That one I'm more excited about. And Jilly, it's a really good trailer, and when they reveal a character, the Prowler sound from the animated Spider-Man movie plays. Oh my gosh. I don't know. The Prowler sound. I've seen... So when you say the animated Spider-Man movie, you mean Into the Spider-Verse. And that that one I liked. So that is a movie I liked, definitely. Interesting. Like I say, I will watch the trailer. I'll probably watch that later on this evening. And we'll see. And Jilly, you don't like that they've made Rosalina look like Peach. Yeah. I'm trying to picture... I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm trying to picture both of them. And they are quite similar in my head. You know, their costumes are different, but in terms of how they look... And this is purely just from memory, but, I mean... They're both blonde princesses. In my again, I'm probably remembering it wrong, but I would say they probably look quite similar anyway. Other than they're you know, they dress differently. I really don't know anything about Rosalina, honestly. My knowledge of Mario probably ends at Super Mario World. So I've played, you know, Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, and I've played Super Mario World. I haven't really played any of the 3D Marios. But I did enjoy Super Mario Wonder. That one I did enjoy. Oh no, Mifa's barking. What's the matter? What did you hear? Did you have a nightmare? She's barking. I don't know what she's barking about. And Chili, Super Mario Galaxy was literally your childhood. Yeah, so that's the game that Rosalina comes from, right? So I will watch the movie, and it'll probably make a lot more sense to me. But yeah, I think a lot of it's going to go over my head. I'm definitely more of a old school Mario fan. And Jill, you played Galaxy all the time, and then on Monday you let your brother play on the Switch, and you let him play Galaxy, and he said it was exactly like it was on the Wii. Nice. That's nice. That must be nice to have that nostalgia hit back. And it's good that it's able to play as well as it did when it was first released, because, you know, the danger, you know, when Nintendo creates really important entries in video game series on some of its consoles that have rather unique control systems, like the Wii. I guess it does make it a little bit challenging to then, you know, bring them to later consoles. So I'm glad that Galaxy works just as well on the Switch as it did on the Wii. I guess the reason I'm saying that is, you know, there's certain game series where that might not be the case, like Zelda, like, you know, A Link Between Worlds got released on the 3DS, and I would love to play that game on the Switch, but I have no idea how they'd be able to do it, just because of the, you know, the dual screen nature of the 3DS brings unique challenges to bringing over some of those games to a console like the Switch. And Mifa is rolling around on the floor like a maniac. She was so nice and calm about 5 minutes ago. Something woke her up. I don't know what woke her up. Amelia, you're battling Zamazenta in the fog. Well, good luck. I've got a feeling you might not win this one. but don't let that deter you from your quest. I have no idea what Mifa's doing. Jilly, crazy girl, yes. No, it's crashed again. I've literally lost count of how many times this has happened. I think I was counting to start with, but it's happened too many times. I have lost count now. Ugh, I don't like it at all. And Amelia, it's really foggy. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. Don't worry. You'll be able to find the Wooloo and get out of the slumbering weald. I'll never know how to pronounce that area. The slumbering W word. And then you'll be able to explore Galar. And Jilly, you've got a ton of dog hair on your blanket and hoodie, but you can't bring yourself to wash it because you love the dog. Aww. You already miss her a lot, and you're sad that you had to leave so soon. Yeah. Yep. I'm absolutely certain that your brother's dog feels the same way. And Amelia, you've already found the Wooloo. Nice. There you go. Told you you'd get through that cutscene Zamazenta fight. And Jilly, you asked your brother if his dog was staring out the back window, waiting for you to come back, and your brother said that she definitely was doing that. Oh, yeah, that's sweet. That is sweet. And Shiny Sky is pretty sad that the journey has come to an end. It hasn't come to an end yet. We haven't found Palkia just yet. And even then, I've still got one more gym battle, which I think is the electric guy. Is it Faulkner? Can't remember his name. And then we've got to beat Cynthia, of which there's no guarantee that we'll be able to do that. You know, I'm sure I'll lose to Cynthia a few times. But even when this does, even when the BDSP Shiny Only Run chapter does draw to a close, I'll still be doing some streaming. So I'll be streaming. At the moment, I'm thinking I'm going to do some Dynamax adventures. So there'll be something. So it is 6 o'clock. We're going to stream for another hour until about 7 PM. And maybe we can get the shiny Palkia. I mean, this shiny only run has been a crazy journey, you know. This is the 96th stream that we've done. So that's 96 days. You know, some of those days we've only been hunting for a couple of hours, but some of those days I've been hunting for, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I might have even done a 10-hour stream on 1 or 2 occasions. So it's been a long journey. You know, we've come a long way. Found a lot of shinies. And yeah, once we find the Palkia, then that will be it for the shiny hunting, at least. Tempest, good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. No problem. No problem at all if you can't stick around in the chat. It's lovely that you stopped by, honestly. Yeah. No. Oh, God. Another crash. I don't know what's happening. I really should be counting these. It's so many crashes today. In fact, maybe I should just take the game cartridge. I did say if it crashed again, I was going to take out the game cartridge and blow on it. Proper old school. I may have to do that. But anyway, yep, Tempest, thank you very much for stopping by. And yet, no, it's no problem at all if you need to, head out again. It's no problem at all. Thank you very much for stopping by at all. Very much appreciated. Mifa, is everything okay? I just heard Mifa whimpering a little bit. Don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm just not quite sure why she's whimpering. You okay? I'm assuming she must be tired. I'm not sure. I do know that she's been really tired lately. I mean, she definitely prefers being around Daruk. Jilly, is she staring at me? Yeah, she's staring at me a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's looking at me a little guiltily. I might. Just bear with me 1 second. Oh, no. She's turned her back on me now. No. Oh, well. If she does that again, then I might just... She sometimes likes to just sit under my feet. You guys will not be able to see her. But sometimes she does like that. So if she does that again, then I might just let her do that. But she's now facing the other way. I don't know if you can see her. I don't know. I don't think the camera shows. No. No, all you can see is her head. Well, no, not the head, just a tiny ear. But again, it's strange that she's not going anywhere near the beds. I don't understand. If she's tired, then usually the beds are the best place for her. So if the game crashes one more time, then I'm going to take out the game cartridge and we'll see if that helps. Because I think it's crashed almost 10 times. You know, I've not been counting, but it certainly feels like that number. And my biggest fear is that we were to find the Palkia and the game were to crash. That would be horrendous. And one thing I will say now is there's been a lot of crashes on today's stream. An unusual amount of crashes. So in the unlikely event that we find Palkia, I think I am just going to throw a Master Ball and save it as soon as possible. I know I've said that I've got this elaborate skill swap, harvest, leper berry trick maneuver that I'm going to do involving Executor and Smeargle. But if I'm worried about the game crashing, then I think I'd rather just throw a Master Ball and not take any risks. Jilly, it feels weird doing a shiny only run. I know what you mean. But I mean, I think it's different for every person. But I feel like because you have fewer team members, you know, because you're only using shiny Pokemon, so you know, every shiny you find, it's a new team member, it's a big deal, it takes a long time, it makes finding a Pokemon to add to your team really special, which I really like. But I guess it just depends on how you play. And Tempest, it's a bit late because your laptop shut itself off, but you're so still. It's always going to sort what happened. Yeah, but there is good news for once. Should be getting a laptop for Christmas, because the one you've got at the moment is not great. Well, that is good. You know, a laptop that works correctly. It's you know, that can make a big difference. It's a very productive thing, right? You know, you can do anything on a laptop. Allows a lot of creative freedom. So I'm happy to hear that. And Christmas is not far away, right? There's only a few weeks. It'll be Christmas before you know it. And Jilly, your starter is a Beedrill, and you're going to be swapping between running Litleo and Beedrill. You don't want Magikarp running with you, as the sound it makes when it flops. Oh, it's crashed again. Okay, bear with me. Right, I am. Oh, Mifa thought something was happening there. Bear with me. Shake. Okay. Right. Hopefully this works. No idea why it's been crashing so much today. No idea. And yeah, so Jilly, you've not had your Magikarp out just because you don't like the noise. I did see someone post a TikTok video of the different noises that Pokemon make when you run with them in Legend ZA, and it was mainly about Aron. Like if you run with an Aron behind you, because it's a steel type Pokemon with 4 little stubby legs, it makes the cutest little metallic tippy tappy noise when it runs, which I never noticed because I always have the music playing, so I don't actually hear a lot of the background noise like that, but it did sound really impressive. The level of sound detail that they put into ZA to really make the movement of the Pokemon sound realistic. Like I said, all I really listened to was the Aron, but that was enough for me to be really impressed. Tempest, you've got 2 problems with your current laptop. It's always turning itself off. That's a pretty bad and big problem. And it doesn't run any game that you throw at it, especially if you screen share. Yeah. Well, I mean, a laptop turning off when it's supposed to be on, that is a huge problem. A laptop not being able to play any game that you throw at it. It's been a long time since I was up to date on the technical specifications of like PCs and laptops, but from when I did have a vague understanding of it, I never used to expect that even a brand new laptop would be able to play any game. It's kind of the trade-off you have to have with a laptop. Again, I don't know if that's the case nowadays. I'm only speaking to how it used to be, like 20, 15 years ago. But yeah, I would never expect a laptop to be a good gaming system. That's what a PC is for. But again, I think I'm showing my age there. Maybe laptops are good enough to run the latest games, but yeah, certainly when I was looking at laptops, it never seemed possible. Jilly, Aron sounds great. You love it. Yeah, it's a really nice noise. It's a really nice noise. If you haven't heard it, I think it's worth searching out that clip on TikTok or YouTube. Amelia, your guess is that we get it on encounter number 1600. That would be awesome. And we should reach that before the end of the stream. Shiny Sky, your aunt gifted you a laptop because your laptop wasn't working. That is a good gift. That is a very good gift. Wow. And no problem at all, Tempest. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'll catch you next time and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And Jilly, the Aron video was posted by KB Pokemon on YouTube. Gotcha. I might watch that again. I've definitely seen a video like that on. It was either on YouTube or TikTok. I can't remember. If I did see it on YouTube, then it would have been one of the YouTube shorts that I saw it on. YouTube and TikTok kind of blend together in my mind. I can't remember which one I saw it on. Amelia, you've already caught 3 bugs. Very good. Very good. Who's on your team at the moment, Amelia? Oh, and you've just mentioned it. That being Blip, Bug, Caterpie, and Grubbin. Nice. I do like Grubbin. I'm a big fan of Vikavolt. I think it's a really fun Pokemon. Raiden, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You haven't missed anything apart from a series of Switch 2 game crashes, but we haven't found the shiny Palkia just yet. But we've got about 45 minutes left of the stream. We could find that pink dragon at any point, so fingers crossed. This is the final hunt that we're going to do on this playthrough. Once we find Palkia, that is it. We're going to rush to Cynthia after that. And Jilly, you've posted it to Discord. Nice. Nice. And Raiden, you're doing good. You're just doing the story in Wuthering Waves. I don't know what Wuthering Waves is. I'm assuming it's a video game. Or I'm assuming it's a... Ooh, what happened there? Did that crash? That may have crashed. I'm less certain about that. I think I may have been tapping the A button a little bit. I don't know if the game crashed then. I wasn't paying... I was looking at chat, and then suddenly I was back on the main menu when I wasn't really expecting to be back on the main menu. But yeah, like I say, I was tapping A, so if it did crash, I think I went through the crash screen before I... This is really bad, guys. This is horrendously bad. This is horrendously bad. Gosh. Oh well. Amelia, you pronounce Vikavolt differently. You pronounce it Vikavolt. Okay. I would say that if you pronounce it a certain way and I pronounce it differently, I would believe you. You know, I would not trust the way that I pronounce any Pokemon, unless it's the first generation. Maybe the second generation as well, but if the first the first 151 Pokemon I know how to pronounce. I watched the anime, I know how to pronounce those. Any other Pokemon, I'm just best guess, you know. And sometimes I don't even read the name correctly. Like, what did I used to call? There was one Pokemon that I used to pronounce that. I was just misreading the letters the whole time, and it's going to bug me because I can't even remember which one it is. But anyway, if you pronounce it Vikavolt, I would imagine you're correct. I don't think I can pronounce it that way though, because I've always pronounced it Vikavolt since discovering that Pokemon. So it's probably too late for me to change how I pronounce it, but that isn't because I think that my way is the correct way. I am quite certain that your way is almost certainly the correct way. And Raiden, so the Wuthering Waves is an anime gotcha game, kind of like Genshin Impact. Fair enough. Sounds fun. Sounds fun. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you're enjoying it. And Jilly, you're going to send something in Discord for me. Cool. I will definitely check that out after the stream. Definitely. So yeah, I will definitely check out anything that gets sent to me after the stream. It's a little difficult for me to check everything during the stream, but I'll definitely check that out afterwards. Unless it's like a picture or something, then I can load it up and just have a quick gander. And I think I missed Shiny Sky's message there. I'm assuming that came in around the time that my game crashed. You're on the way to receive the last of the trio, Shiny Giratina, and you've just started a new game. Very cool. So will this be another level 1 Shiny Sky? Because I think the Palkia and the Dialga are both level 1 Shinies. So will Giratina be a level 1 Shiny as well? Oh, thank you, Jilly. Gotcha. So there are other people with BDSP who are encountering more crashes. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, this seems compared, like say, you know, this game has crashed before. It's not that it's never crashed before, but in the hundreds of hours that I've done on stream, leading up to today's stream, you know, this is the first stream after the update, the Switch 2 update. It's never crashed this amount, and yeah, so to me it feels like something has changed, but again, it's I always try to avoid drawing conclusions based on my own personal experience, because, you know, what is it? This is, you know, anything that I'm encountering right now, it's a very, very small sample size in the grand scheme of things, and it could just be bad luck, you know. You know, unless it's happening every single time, then I'd start to question it. But, you know, I try to avoid drawing conclusions based on purely on what's happening to me, because, you know, I'm not the only person, and like I say, yeah, it could just be bad luck. But if, oh my god, I'm talking about it and it's still happening. Yeah, it's getting really bad. It's getting really bad. They need to do something. And again, this is me. I'm trying not to say it's definitely this update that's causing it, but it's the more it happens, the more I'm thinking it's the update that's causing these issues. And Shiny Sky, you receive a baby Giratina from Arceus. That is awesome. That is the best thing ever. I love it. So good luck. Hopefully you get a level 1 shiny, because that would be awesome. So yeah, I'll have a read of that Reddit post. Jilly, thank you very much for sending it. I will have a read of that tonight. But at least, you know, I'm not going to say it definitely is the update and there's definitely a problem here, but I am starting to think there's at least a decent chance that there's some kind of issue happening. And the timing suggests it's got something to do with the update. That's as definitive as I'll be. Given that there is at least some uncertainty and there is some potential increased chance for this game to crash at this moment, I think were we to find the shiny, I would definitely use the Master Ball. I am not going to risk anything. I am going to want to save the game as soon as possible if that happens, so we'll see. And Jilly, if I don't mind going on Reddit, you've sent the link in the DMs. Perfect. Yeah. No. Like I said, it's the type of thing I would have gone onto Reddit and had a look for myself this evening, given how many times it's happened already on the stream. So you've saved me a job there. So thank you. Like I said, I will be having a look at that and see what other people are saying. And I'm wondering if a lot of the people who are saying their issues, are they people who are doing what I'm doing? Are they shiny hunters who are soft resetting? Because it seems to happen. I mean, it's difficult for me to say because I'm only playing a few seconds into the game and then resetting. So maybe it is also happening just while you're playing the game, but it seems to be when the game is loading up, you know, before the game has actually loaded up, it's when the game is loading up that it's happening to me. So if the issue is during the loading screen, then most people who, if they're just playing BDSP, or if they're shiny hunting by like Masuda method in or Pokeradar in, then you're not resetting all the time, are you? You're resetting once and you're spending 99% of your time in game just playing it. Whereas, so if the issue with the update is to do with the loading screen and the way that the game loads up, for someone like me who is soft resetting, I'm spending probably about 25% of my time on loading the game up, and then 75% of my time actually clicking, looking at the cutscene. I mean, that's probably being generous. There's probably 50, it's probably 50-50, honestly. 50-50 in terms of like loading screen to gameplay. Whereas a normal person playing this game, it would be 1% loading screen, 99% gameplay. So if the issue is in the loading screen, people doing soft resets are going to disproportionately experience that issue. And that is not to say the issue is definitely with the loading screen. I don't know. All I'll say is that so far that issue has only happened during the loading screen with me. And Jilly, someone was soft resetting for Darkrai and it keeps doing what I'm experiencing. Yeah, so I kind of think that. I'm thinking the issue is in the loading screen itself, which means, some people can be affected by it, but shiny hunters who are specifically doing a soft reset method are going to be disproportionately encountering this error because they're spending more time loading up the game. So if I were, like I say, I mean, I can't prove anything, but if I were to analyze some data sets and posit a hypothesis, it would be along that basis, based on what I've seen so far. So this has been an interesting stream. It feels like we've stumbled across some kind of problem with the game, which is interesting. And Shiny Sky, I'm not the only one, at least. Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit better, because I guess I was a little bit worried, like, has a little bit of dust got into my cartridge? There's 101 things that can happen, right? It could be that, I don't know, I've been playing on my Switch too long, and maybe some small micro component has overheated a little bit, and that's what's causing the issue. You never know. You never know. But if it's happening to other people, then it maybe does suggest that it's to do with the code rather than the hardware. But you never know. And Amelia, the Yamper in Sonia's lab is really cute. It really is. Yeah. Yeah, I do like Yamper. Am I right in thinking that Yamper is only available in Sword and Shield? It's never come to any of the other games. It wasn't in Scarlet and Violet in the DLC or anything. And it's not in ZA either. I'm hoping Yamper and Boltund, they arrive in ZA's DLC. Because I think Yamper's very cute as well. And Jilly, you looked it up on Google, and games crashing after the recent update, and the Reddit post that you've sent me was the first to come up. It looks like it's only really soft resetting on BDSP where the issue is happening, but there are instances of it happening on other games. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It seems like it's just happening to us, but oh well. Amelia, Yamper reminds you of Betty, your dog. That's very nice. Yamper is great, definitely. Jilly, you also hope that Yamper comes to the DLC? Yeah, I'm definitely hoping that. And hearing the little tippy-tappy noise of Yamper's paws on the streets of Lumios, I would definitely want to hear that. So yeah, I hope we see Yamper. I think we will, just because, you know, it's one of those Galar Pokemon that didn't make it over to Paldea, so surely it's due for a That was a crash. I clicked too fast, but yeah, it crashed. It's really annoying me. I don't like it. Because the more it happens, the more I think, oh, well, you know, if it hadn't crashed, what? Maybe that was going to be the reset where the shiny Palkia appears. You know, if it only happens once, you can kind of push those thoughts out of your head. But if it's happening this much, it's getting more and more difficult to say, oh, definitely, there's no way this is having an impact. I don't know. We shall see. And Jilly, you used to call your dog Bodhi Tippy Tappy because his nails would do that on the wooden floor of your parents' house. That's adorable. Yeah. I can almost imagine the noise that he would make as he would scamper across the wooden floor. I can imagine. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's try it again. If only I was doing like any other hunt, you know, other than the start. So I mean, this would, and I will admit, this would be worse if we were still doing the starter hunt. To have this many crashes whilst doing the starter hunt would destroy. It would, because, you know, the starter hunt was 90% in the loading screen. But it's still really bad. A Shiny Sky, Shiny Sky, you think that we should switch to the Switch 1. Well, I mean, the problem with that is that the loading times would be much, much slower on the Switch 1. And number two, the game is saved on the Switch 2, so I would have to do some kind of, you know, system transfer over, which I really don't want to do. We're stuck on the Switch 2. And it is good, honestly. It's, you know, I know it crashes. I would rather have a Switch 2 that crashes. I mean, what percentage do you think we're at? A Switch 2 that crashes maybe 5% of the time, which is still a high number. A Switch 2 that crashes 5% of the time, but is really fast, rather than a Switch 1 which is slow 100% of the time, but will not crash. I'd rather take the Switch 2, honestly. I've gone, you know, I did the first 20 episodes of this run on the Switch 1 during the starter hunt, and it was painfully slow. It was so slow on the Switch 1. I just can't go back. I can't go back to resetting on BDSP on the Switch 1. I can't. I've been spoiled. Even if it's unstable, even if the Switch 2 is unstable, I can't go back to the Switch 1. For anything else, I absolutely can. Like, I've played Legend ZA on the Switch 1. You know, I've seen how it runs on my Switch 1. Because I didn't realize this, but, you know, if you buy a Switch 2 game cartridge, like I've done for Legend ZA, so it's in, you know, it's one of those red cartridges specifically for the Switch 2. if it's a game that, you know, is compatible with the Switch One as well, you can just pop that, you know, Switch 2 cartridge in the Switch One and it plays perfect. Yeah, maybe the frame rate isn't great, but I mean, I don't notice that. You know, for me, Legend ZA plays absolutely fine on the Switch One. The only problem I have with the Switch One is, in this particular instance, it's where you're resetting over and over again. When you're having to spend a lot of time in loading screens, then the Switch One really falls down, because the loading screens are just longer on the Switch One. Deb, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the shiny look. Thank you. At the moment, I need both shiny look and please don't crash look. The Switch 2 is having a bit of a moment at the moment. My gosh. I mean, yeah, so this is what we're talking about. I've not been counting how many times it's crashed, but yeah, if I had to guess, I would say around 5% of the time that I've loaded this game up, it has crashed, which is very, very, very unusual. It's not like this normally, which makes me think there's some kind of issue with the recent Switch 2 update. Mifa's whimpering a little bit. And Amelia, are you kidding me? It's still crashing. It very much is still crashing. I think I get the feeling it's going to keep doing this until there's an update. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, Jilly, the Discord link. Yeah, no. Yeah, apologies, because I did actually see that. Jilly, you did not need to remind me, because I did see it. I just forgot to pin it. So I will pin it now. Thank you for posting it again. But there's only 20 minutes left of the stream. But that is, yeah, I definitely saw that you posted that even before the stream started. So I did see it. I forgot. But I definitely saw it. I saw that you posted it. Amelia, yours is not crashing. So from my experience, you know, in the last hour and 40 minutes, I can only speak of Shining Pearl, and every crash has come during the loading screen. So I would say, if you're not constantly loading BDSP, then hopefully you're not going to be impacted by this crash issue. So I'm hoping it only impacts people who are resetting BDSP over and over and over and over again, which unfortunately includes me. But to me that feels like a very small subset of the player base. So I'm hoping that is just the case, that it's just people like me that are soft resetting that it impacts, because I would hate for it to impact normal people, because it's a bit annoying for me, but I'm not losing any information or anything. I'm not losing, data. I'm not losing progress or anything like that. Whereas if someone was actually if these crashes were happening during the actual playing of the game itself, then that's where you risk actually losing progress and stuff like that. Jilly, Mifa squeaks. Mifa is squeaking, yeah. I don't know why. No idea. And Amelia, when will Mifa's thing end, if I know? Well, we don't know, but what I will say is that it's as bad as it's been. So it feels like it's been building up to this point, and I don't think it's going to get any worse than this, which means I think in the next couple of days it should get calmer to the point where it's back to normal. So it's hard. There's no way of knowing, but I would imagine in a week's time everything will be fine. Everything will be back to normal. That's my guess. Although I suspect it'll be sooner than that, honestly. But certainly, yeah, Daruk and Mifa are both very stressed at the moment. They just like hanging out together. So it's not. They don't like being separated. But they need to be separated at the moment. So it is 6:42, so we'll play for another 18 minutes. And Jilly, you missed Daruk sitting and staring at me on the stool. Oh yeah, that, you know, with about 10-15 minutes left of the stream, Daruk would definitely be on that stool staring at me, telling me it's time to end the stream. He wants to go outside. Yeah, Mifa is more random than Daruk. Daruk is very predictable. He's got his routine. He knows what time it is as well. He's got a very good internal clock. He knows when it's almost 7 p.m. somehow. He also pays very, very close attention to like the pitch of my voice. So I feel like he knows when I'm kind of like wrapping up a stream as well. Like he knows, maybe I tend to use the same words when I'm wrapping up, but he recognizes them and he gets, like I say, yeah, he just pays more attention to his surroundings than Mifa. Mifa is definitely whimpering at me though. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to let her, I'm going to move this. So I'm just going to let Mifa just, yeah. She's under my feet now. So she's not going to appear on the camera, but I get the impression that she just wants to be at my feet at the moment. I don't know why. Yeah, she's under my feet now. In fact, I could pick her up and give you a close-up of Mifa. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this. If the game's not working very well at the moment, I can at least give you a close-up of Mifa. Hold on. Come here. Yeah, do you want to say hello in the camera? Ow! I banged my head. Bang my head on the camera. Okay, we've got a little Meeps. We got a little Meeps. There she is. Mifa, Mifa. Meefy, meefy boos. Meefy, meefy boos. Okay, I'm going to put her down now. There we go. Okay. Oh, and Deb, you need to head out. Thank you very much for the shiny look. No problem at all. And I hope everything's good with you. And I'll catch you next time. But yeah, hope studies and everything's going well. Jilly, the little song I was singing, what was that? I don't know. I don't know. I make up songs. No idea why I do it. I tend to when I talk to my dogs, I tend to just say absolute gibberish to them. I do ridiculous baby talk to them. I don't know why I do it. Apologies, it won't make any sense. Okay, it is 6:45. We've got 15 minutes left. There's still time for a shiny Palkia to appear. Jilly, how is your shiny Dratini hunt going? Have you managed to find a shiny pink dragon just yet? Jilly, you do that as well. There you go. I think it's natural. I think it's natural to just fuss and say nonsense baby talk to dogs, because they're not going to, even if you speak in perfect English, in perfectly crafted sentences, they're not going to understand it. But what they will understand is like pitch and meaning. Well, not meaning, but if you're being affectionate and playful in your tone, in your pitch of your voice, then I do think dogs will pick up on that. If you say something in a playful, friendly voice to a dog, they're going to associate that with them doing something right, with them behaving well, with them with them being good, rather than if you were to say something in a harsh, shouty, angry tone, then that's probably going to upset a dog to some degree. So I tend to, it's just nice to say silly nonsense words to dogs in a friendly manner to cheer them up. Amelia, you speak in a high-pitched voice when you're with Betty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a high-pitched, nice, friendly voice. Yes, and I bet your dog loves that. Because I would imagine it's a similar type of voice subconsciously that you adopt when you praise your dog. If your dog does something well, if you're feeding your dog or something like that, you just naturally adopt a friendly pitch tone to your voice, I think. And Jilly, no luck with your Dratini, but you're not giving up until you find it. Nah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, because I do think it will be worth it. I do think it'll be worth it. And Jilly, your brother's dog Gnocchi is really funny. You told them when you found shinies and freaked out, and she would come and check on you, and they both told me that she doesn't like the gasping. Yeah. I think our dogs are the same. When you find a shiny that you've been looking for, your first reaction is shock. So you go, a sharp intake of breath, right? And that's also probably the reaction you would have if something concerning might have happened, right? So yeah, I think our dogs, when something good happens and we gasp and we sharp intake of breath, oh my god, we can't believe it, our dogs often, their first instinct is, it puts them on edge, because they're like, oh wait, do we have to has something really bad happened? Do we have to protect the house? Is there an intruder? I'm sure those are the thoughts that go through my dog's mind when I get shocked by something good, just like finding a shiny. And Jilly, you would start gasping whenever she would look away for a few minutes, and then she would suddenly turn and look at you and then lick you. That's adorable. That is adorable. And Jilly, your brother's dog Gnocchi, will just get confused, and she goes crazy when you gasp. Yeah. No, like I say, I think that's normal. I think that's normal. And you really miss her. That's definitely normal. That's definitely understandable. Hopefully you get to see your brother soon. Hopefully. We're getting very close to 1,600. And that was Amelia's guess. In fact, you know what? I might end the stream on Encounter 1,600. Just because that's quite a nice round number to end it on. So we may end up ending the stream, a minute or two early. But I think we'll just do these last 5 Palkias and let's see if we can get the shiny. And then we can end it on 1,600. So tonight has been a strange stream. I was not expecting to have so many crashes, definitely. Angela, you will. They're coming down for Thanksgiving. Nice. And your brother and his fiance and your mum are all going to cook Thanksgiving dinner, but you're not sure if they're going to bring gnocchi or not. Oh, well, hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. In my experience, dogs love being around family, so the more family you've got around, the better. When is it Thanksgiving? Is it next week? I must say I don't know too much about Thanksgiving. I know it's in November, and I think it's on a Thursday, but I might be wrong. Am I right in thinking it's on a particular Thursday in November, or am I way off? Is it on a particular day of the month? Like, is it on a very specific, like 25th or 24th, like a particular number day of the month, or is it like more a particular day of the week thing? It's the 27th. Gotcha. Okay, so when is that? Bear with me. Let me just have a look. Yeah, so is it always on a Thursday? Because that is on a Thursday. So it's not next week, it's the week after. Thank you, Jilly. Thank you. Yeah, can it be on a different day other than Thursday? I don't know why I've got it in my head that Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. I don't know why. It can, yeah. So for some reason, yeah, I think, obviously, yeah, I don't. I'm not very good with holiday traditions. I didn't realise that. Oh, you don't really pay attention to the days. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, I haven't got a clue. I mean, I don't. I think I'm probably wrong. I don't think it's got anything to do with a Thursday. I think I'm just probably wrong. 27th sounds right. I think it must just always be on the 27th. So I don't know where I've got Thanksgiving always has to be on a Thursday. I think I've just invented that. I haven't got a clue. And Amelia Caterpie is evolving. Nice one. You'll have an amazing bug team in no time. Right, this is going to be the last encounter for today's stream. Hopefully it doesn't crash, but we shall see. It's looking okay. We've made it. We've almost made it through the titles loading screen. There we go. Okay, so I think we're safe. I don't think it's going to crash now. We're going to encounter this Palkia. This will be encounter number 1,600. Jilly, you're going to be really mad if they make you work on Thanksgiving. Oh, I don't think that Palkia is shiny. That's a shame. In the worst case scenario, if they were to make you work on Thanksgiving, would you at least get like double pay? Because I know that always used to be the case when I used to work shifts. Because I have worked quite a few shifts in my time. Like I used to work at McDonald's. I used to work at I used to work in the kitchens in my old university halls of residence. What is it? There's been few other jobs I've had that have been shift based, but whenever you know, I was on like a shift based contract, if they ever wanted us to work on, say, you know, a bank holiday, a UK holiday, like, you know, the August bank holiday or Easter or one of the days on Christmas, we'd always get like double pay at least. So I would hope, yeah, you would hope so, I would hope so as well. So hopefully, worst case scenario, hopefully you get well compensated for that. But really, spending time with the family, that is priceless. So yeah, I hope you're able to just spend some quality time with the family over Thanksgiving. So we'll end it there. Let me just grab Mifa and I'll show her off again. Hold on. Mifa, do you want to say hello to everyone? Mifa? Or do you want to stay under? You want to stay under the desk? I think she actually prefers just being under the desk. Mifa, you sure? You don't want to come out and say hello? No, she's under the desk. She's not coming out. Fair enough. So thank you very much for joining today. I don't know. Oh wait, no, here she is. Here she is. Bear with me. Here you are. Do you want to say hello to people? Hey? Okay, I got you, Mifa. Here she is. Here's the Meefs. Here's the little Mifa boos. Oh, Mifa? Shall I put you down? I'll put you down. So I don't know when the next stream is going to be. Work is a little busy at the moment. So I'm not certain I'm going to be able to stream over the weekend. If I can, then I will schedule it in Discord and I'll let people know. If I am able to stream over the weekend, it won't be an all-day affair. It might just be a couple of hours. We're going to have a bit of painting and decorating done next week, which means I need to completely clear out one of the rooms downstairs, and there's a few more errands I need to do over the weekend as well. So if I am able to stream, it probably will be on the Saturday, but it won't be a long stream. But if I'm not able to stream on Saturday or Sunday, then the next stream would be on Monday, I think. So I will let people know in Discord. So like I say, I think the next stream, it's either going to be on Saturday or it'll be on Monday. Fingers crossed Nintendo does another update and fixes this buggy mess that they've created with BDSP, because I do think something weird has gone on with the crashes today. So hopefully by the time the next stream happens, things are a little more stable with the Switch 2. You never know. We will see. Thank you everyone for stopping by today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you next time. Bye everyone. Bye.